Today we have Into the Forest by Anthony Brown. One night I was woken by a terrible sound. The next morning all was quiet. Dad wasn't there. I asked Mum when he was coming back, but she didn't seem to know. I missed Dad. The next day, Mum asked me to take cake to Grandma, who was poorly. I love Grandma. She always tells me such fantastic stories. There are two ways to get to Grandma's house. The long way round, which takes ages, or the short way through the forest. Don't go into the forest, said Mum. Go the long way round. But that day, for the first time, I chose the quick way. I wanted to be home in case Dad came back. After a short while, I saw a boy. Do you want to buy some nice milky moo, cow? He asked. No, I said. Why would I want a cow? I'll swap it for that sweet fruity cake thing in your basket, he said. No, it's for my poorly grandma, I said and walked on. I'm poorly, I heard him saying. I'm poorly. A little boy trying to sell a cow. Sounds familiar. As I went further into the forest, I met a girl with golden hair. What a sweet little basket, she said. What's in it? A cake for my grandma. She's poorly. I'd like a cake like that, she said. I walked on and I could hear her saying, but it's a lovely little cake. I'd like one like that. A girl with golden locks in the forest. In the forest, it was becoming darker and colder, and I saw two other children huddled by a fire. Have you seen our Dad and Mum? The boy asked. No. Have you lost them? They're cutting wood in the forest somewhere, said the little girl, but I wish they'd come back. As I walked on, I could hear the dreadful sound of a girl crying. But what could I do? A boy and a girl lost in the woods. I was getting very cold now, and I wished that I'd brought a coat. Suddenly, I saw one. It was nice and warm, but as soon as I put it on, I began to feel scared. I felt that something was following me. I remembered a story Grandma used to tell me about a bad wolf. I started to run, but I couldn't find the path. I ran and ran deeper into the forest, but I was lost. Where was Grandma's house? He's found a red jacket with a red hood. At last, there it was. I knocked on the door and the voice called out, Who's there? But I didn't really sound like Grandma's voice. It's me. I bought cake from Mum. I pushed the door open a little. Come in, dear, said the strange voice. I was terrified. I slowly crept in. There in Grandma's bed was... Grandma! Come here, love, she sniffed. How are you? I'm all right, I said. Then I heard a noise behind me and turned around. Dad! I told him everything had happened. We all had a hot drink and I ate 2 pieces of Mum's delicious cake. Then we said goodbye to Grandma, who was feeling much better. Then we got home. I pushed open the door. Who's there? A voice called. It's only us, we said. And Mum came out smiling. And that was Into the Forest by Anthony Brown.